let me come to you, Mr. Kondapalli. The point is, China has become a great power, as Shekhar was suggesting, on its own terms. It's not a democracy. It finances armed Sudan, even if Sudan is in the middle of a civil war. It's had Tiananmen Square. It's gunned down its dissenters. It doesn't care. It's lived with sanctions. It's trying to become a world power by not playing by the world's rules. Is that a very important identity for China?
One of the things also the Chinese suggested was that they are a responsible power, meaning thereby that they have stakes in the global system and so on and so forth.
But do they? How many stakes do the Chinese really have in the global system, or are they just looking after themselves?
I think the Chinese have been quite compliant with lots of global treaties and the global systems. Even on WTO, many of these negotiations, climate change, in fact, over the past 5 years, we've looked more unreasonable than China.
But don't people say that India should emulate China? Isn't that what the left says? That look at the way China becomes a great power on its own terms. Why should we, be in the American camp in order to become a great power?
But I mean, if somebody in India were to emulate China, then there'll be no left parties or right parties and Congress and BJP. There'll be some parties.
Right.
We can't emulate, but we can learn from China.
We can learn from
What
China.
we have to learn from China is focus. That we lack because we waffle on everything. Look at the waffling that's gone on over Commonwealth Games. Games have to take place next year. Flyovers are now being cleared by Delhi Urban Arts Commission.
Right. It's that focus we need. Ramakrishnan, we're completely out of time. I'm going to ask you a very long question, but you have to give me a 30-second answer. What lessons can we learn from China?
Sagarika, essentially 3 things. Execution capability. Our democracy comes in the way of execution of infrastructure projects, of policy, of special economic zones or whatever. The second thing we need to learn is our economic priorities should not suffer because of our political systems.
Right.
And the third important thing is somewhere India needs to learn to stand far more independently and far more taller. We need not be looking at China and feel defensive about it. We are strong. And we need to exert
I'm afraid we're completely out of time. Thanks very much indeed. Shekhar Gupta, Mr. Kondapalli, R. Ramakrishnan, Prabir Purkayastha, thanks very much indeed. But I'm going to end the show with a provocative quote from a columnist who says, "We have a number of political parties, we have intellectuals for hire and sale. What good has all this done for us when we have SEZs at will and we have stubborn poverty? China is authoritarian, but much better off. We are democratic and poor. Where are the choices?" That's the debate. Join it on ibnlive.com. And what you're telling us at the end of the show is communist China, the superpower of the 21st century. In fact, 56% yes. The percentage saying yes has gone up. Shekhar Gupta has convinced them. And thanks very much for watching Face the Nation.